OJ and I, we're just talking about that. It's one thing to come to your drop-off receiver when the people downfield are covered or when you're getting pressure. This last time, Mark did not have any pressure on him to throw the football.
30-yard attempt for Chris Barr. He's been responsible for the Raiders scoring. 27 and 51. And now he hits from 30. And the Raiders take the lead once again. It's a strange game.
Well, it's strange. That last drive was a typical Ram drive, you know. Run the ball down the field in the fourth quarter. I expect to see the Rams come back and try to do the same thing with Dickerson. Feature him down the field and maybe with one or two passes.
Yeah, but no one seems to be even threatening here. They love their Chicago Bears. And they love their Giants in New Jersey. Giants, of course, host the wild card against the 49ers next Sunday. And these are fans lining up to buy tickets. Could be a whole lot of them left, because the Giants have been sold out for as long as anyone can remember back there. Yeah, Soldier Field, Chicago. Well, they're lined up there too. Bears, of course, with a fantastic 15-1 record, tying the 49ers of a year ago for the best single-season record in the history of this game. And we are back at Anaheim on a very festive evening. Good hard-hitting football game. 2 days away from Christmas. And we hope you're enjoying our telecast for the Rams and the Raiders. Raiders at the moment have the lead 9-6. Ron Brown is back for the Los Angeles Rams, and they would dearly love to have him field the football. And he goes all the way across the field to get it away from Barry Redden. And Brown to the 20-yard line, where Jerry Robinson made the stop. Frank Gifford along with Joe Namath, O.J. Simpson, watching this strange sort of a game, if you will, offensively. Two very tough defensive teams. They have not been that spectacular all year offensively. The Rams did explode last week in a big win over the St. Louis Cardinals. Their quarterback, Dieter Brock, 13 of 20 last week. He threw for 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions. But this is played very close to the vest tonight. On 1st and 10, Brock is back. That was Ellard stepping in front of Stacy Turan. The pass is incomplete.
Well, it may be a strange game to people around the country, but here in L.A., having watched these defenses play all year and watch these two quarterbacks play all year, I don't think anyone is too surprised around L.A.
In his last play, Ellard didn't get inside far enough. Or actually, it was a good play by Stacy Turan. He played both receivers and broke up the pass.
2nd down and 10. Dickerson. Head at the line of scrimmage, and he'll squeak a yard out of it. It'll be 3rd down and 9, and that is when the Raider defense has just been all over Dieter Brock as he tries to put the ball in the air on 3rd and long yardage. It's really difficult to do. Matt Millen made the stop there on Dickerson. Eric on the night has 98 yards, while Marcus Allen has his 100. Allen has achieved the 100 with 18 attempts. Eric Dickerson has carried it 25 troublesome times. He has been buffeted around considerably by that Raider defense. 3rd and 9. Barry Redden is in there. Brock trying to get the ball to Duckworth in and out of his hands. And that will bring out the punting unit once again, which means that Bolton Walker will drop. Been a night of record-breaking tonight. Bolton Walker has broken the record for yardage on punt return for a single season. Marcus Allen has broken Eric Dickerson's record of a year ago from yardage from scrimmage and tied Walter Payton's record for consecutive 100-yard games. Hatcher puts it up. Bolton Walker from the 31. Walker has a picket line set up, but he had too much speed to break it back inside. He could have got more out of it.
Oh, Lester Hayes came back and made a nice block and almost killed himself. I see he's walking off the field with a bad shoulder, it looked like.
Illegal man downfield, so Bolton Walker will have another opportunity.
Illegal man downfield on a kicking team. Decline a penalty. First down the other way.
That was kind of a poor kick by Hatcher, and Walker had a pretty good return. He brings it out over the 45-yard line. So the Raiders have good field position. They decline the penalty, and we'll be back in a moment. Lester Hayes has been buffeted around in this football game tonight, shaken up in the end zone on a pass coverage a while ago. He's in on the pass blocking team. This is what you have to do with 45-man rosters. There he is with the block. And he suffered from that one, went immediately to the bench, started sucking on the oxygen. Meanwhile, his teammates, his offensive teammates, have the football. 1st and 10. They're at their own 45-yard line. And they have the lead over the Rams, 9-6. Marcus Allen. Allen just exploding over that right side across midfield, getting to the 48-yard line. Gain of 8. He's 2nd down and a long 2, and 66,000 plus attended tonight's game. Very few no-shows. 2nd largest crowd in their history here. Game, as I mentioned earlier, sold out since October. 2nd and short. Marcus Allen started the first down by about a half a yard. It'll be 3rd down and short. Midway now through the 4th quarter. And we still have not had a touchdown scored.
Well, this is what the Raiders want to do right now. Try and get the thing going on the ground. They're chewing up the clock as well as gaining yardage. And the Raiders defense, well, they haven't been threatened tonight at all.
Well, I know one team that never made it.
Marcus Allen inside the 40-yard line to the 39-yard line. 1st down Raiders. Johnny Johnson made the stop there. What a year it has been, though. The first 3 years, I think, O.J., the Raiders, they just didn't want to give him that football that often.
Well, it wasn't the Raiders'
maybe
style.
thought he was a little fragile or something.
It wasn't the Raiders' style, and they had that Raider passing game. And, you know, Al Davis' philosophy is we don't take what you give us, we take what we want. And unfortunately, with Wilson and the young receivers, they haven't been able to do that this year.
And Jim Plunkett going down early. There's Marcus Allen once again. Out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Didn't Marcus have a problem holding on to the football early in his career?
Well, yeah, he had, as I said earlier, he had about 27 fumbles in 41 games, but it just wasn't the Raiders' style. This year, after about 5 games, the Raiders had lost and got blown out earlier in the game.
That's not a problem. That's an addiction.
They had some problems earlier in the season, and they just weren't getting the offense. And what they did was they just went to a more conservative offense. They featured Marcus, and Marcus responded.
And more than that, he's fumbled only 3 times this season. That really was an amazing turnaround.
Do you attribute that to concentration or just stronger hands?
2nd and 11. Allen once again. 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Stronger hands. Did you say stronger hands?
Yeah, you know, I mean, the guy fumbles that many times early in his career. Why hasn't he fumbled 3 times this year? Is he concentrating on holding the football more? Is he exercised? Why does the guy fumble so often early? You're the ball carrier. I don't know.
Don't forget Nightline coming up a little later after your late local news. So stay with us here on ABC.
I like stronger hands, Joe.
Well, you do exercise those hands and fingers.
Raiders are going to use a timeout. And Raiders are down to 1 timeout. They have a 3rd down and 9. They're at the Rams 37 when we come back. 5:54 remaining in this game between the Rams and the Raiders. The Raiders leading 9-6, have a 3rd down and 8. The ball is at the Rams 37-yard line. The Raiders on the night 4 of 12 on their 3rd down conversions. Frank Hawkins is the single setback. Wilson will have a lot of time. This is Hawkins. And Hawkins will be short of the 1st down, but not by much. And they maybe will mark it even up to where we might need the measurement.
Well, that's good linebacking. Fell into their zone, saw the guy catch the ball under him, and 3 guys was there. you know, to stop him.
They are fine tacklers, aren't they? I've noticed that throughout the entire year in the games we've had with them on television and then watching them. The Rams linebackers are fine open field tacklers, as are their cornerbacks, Gary Green, Leroy Irvin, Nolan Cromwell, Vince Newsom. It'll be 4th down and that much. Raiders leading 9-6. They are the ones who have something on the line tonight. They need this win for the home field advantage to avoid that possible trip to Miami. They're going to go. Hawkins is in there. He's turned into pretty fine blocker with Marcus Allen taking over the bulk of the running chores for the Raiders this season. 4th down, you saw how much. He has the 1st down. Raiders keep it alive and keep the clock moving. Raiders looking to go 12-4 on this season. First down is near the 28-yard line. Miami, of course, is 12-4. But the Raiders win the tiebreaker for home field advantage on the basis of common opponents. Marcus Allen to the 26-yard line. A gain of 2. Carl Eckern is there.
Got to be interesting for the Rams on the sidelines. Their offense, they are getting a bird's eye view of what they normally do to opponents at this time of the game. Eat up that clock. Dickerson, Dickerson, Dickerson. Unfortunately tonight it's Allen, Allen, Allen.
2nd down and 9. Todd Christensen to the 21-yard line, short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and a long 3.
They've done a heck of a job of keeping Todd out of the offense tonight.
Well, he's had his share of catches tonight, 4 or 5 of them anyway. Certainly the big catch before halftime when he manned a little corner pattern and made the juggling catch to set up the field goal.
4 to be exact, Joe, and Christensen on the season, 82 receptions. 3rd consecutive year he's had 80 or more. 3rd down, long 3, and Wilson is back. Wants it all. Dopey Williams is there. Touchdown. On a 3rd down and 3. Good call. Dopey Williams sprinting by Jerry Gray, the rookie #1 draft pick from Texas. And a well-thrown football by Mark Wilson. More than that, his offensive line, they're not going to the Pro Bowl. They gave him a lot of time. That was Jerry Gray, the rookie from Texas, a consensus All-American down there for a couple of years. The Rams' #1 draft pick. Williams floating right by him. Chris Barr for the conversion. 3:28 remaining, and the Raiders have taken a 16-6 lead over the Rams.
Raiders are going to be home.
It's a big home field advantage for the Raiders. Of course, they're going to see the Jets, who've always played them tough. In the beginning of the season, they didn't, but of course, in that game, I think both of the starting offensive tackles for the Jets did not play. And of course, New England with the weapons that they have offensively.
Chris Barr bangs it. Ron Brown, I think he would have loved to have tried to bring that out. He needs 1 to tie an NFL record for 4 kickoff returns in the season.
It's my opinion that enough guys don't bring them out of the end zone. When I was a kid, I'd sit at Kezar Stadium, and I don't care where the ball was kicked in the end zone, Abe Woodson would bring that ball out of the end zone.
Well, Abe was something special now. You know, you're talking about a classic of all time.
He didn't go very far, but he brought it out of the end zone.
Back to the 10, 12-yard line.
He did. He led the NFL for years in a row running back kickoff. 1st and 10. Tony Hunter loses the football and goes right into the arms of Jeff Barnes. Barnes still trying to crawl for yardage. Tony Hunter had the ball. It came loose and popped right into the arms of Jeff Barnes. And this has got to be a Raiders night tonight.
Barnes looked like Bilbo Baggins at the end of that run.
Tell you what, Peter Brock made his best move at the end of this play. He did a little slide job right under Sean Jones. Otherwise, Peter may have been back in the Coliseum.
Somebody must have got a hand on this, or did he just throw it away? There it is.
Yep.
It was Stacy Turan, who is improving with almost every game he plays. And Jeff Barnes takes it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Stacy Turan got an opportunity to play a great deal when Mike Davis was hurt, and then McElroy pulled a hamstring, and Turan has really come on. Frank Hawkins, right side. Becker drags him down at the 5-yard line. Johnny Johnson there to help. They mark it at the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. The Raiders can get another 1st down inside the 2. Here's Jeff Barnes. Could give half an interception to Turan. Hawkins got 5. 2nd and 5. Once again, as Kenny King is also in there, and I think Marcus Allen has perhaps seen his last play of the night. Heading now down to the 2-minute warning. Raiders have 1 timeout, and they will get a timeout, of course, with the 2-minute warning, and they can go over to the bench and talk strategy with this man, Tom Flores. It looks like he's got a winner tonight. Foul out a little bit. We hope you'll stick with us. We are going to show you at the end of this game some of the more memorable moments we've had this season on Monday Night Football. And it has been a great year. We're glad you're with us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed a season in which our numbers rose dramatically over a year ago. 3rd down and 4. Hawkins. He's close to a 1st down. Nolan Cromwell was in there along with Carl Eckern from the Rams. But again, this is a night in which the Rams were playing for pride. Nothing really at stake. They will be meeting the Cowboys after a week off. The Rams now have called timeout. They want to get the football back, and they did not want the Raiders to tick off 30 seconds.
Well, Joe, you said last Friday night when Denver and Seattle was playing, you thought Denver would win because they had to win, and that seems to be the story of the weekend. Every team that really had to win won.
Yeah, I really do believe the motivational factor has a lot to do with football, and the teams that are motivated more than the others do have an edge. But, you know, when you have 2 fine football teams like this, it could go either way. But I really believe the Raiders, and I think everyone watching tonight, have to believe that the Raiders thoroughly outplayed the Rams in every phase of the game. Defensively, offensively, kicking game, they've just done a tremendous job tonight.
Of course, winning the division once again. They won Super Bowl 15 after the 80s season. They brought Jim Plunkett back to win that one for them as a wild card. They beat the Eagles, Super Bowl 18. It was Plunkett once again over Washington, and Plunkett is ready to be activated once again. And I would suspect that going into the playoffs that Jim Plunkett will be activated, particularly because down the line, potentially, they could be running in the Chicago Bears, and the Raiders will not forget the Raiders of a year ago that took out all 3 of their quarterbacks. On 4th down. Oh, Kenny King was really hit. I believe he got the 1st down.
That's the 1st down.
A shot in the face.
That's the 1st down. Kenny would probably say, we didn't really need it. We were up.
Well, they used to play this game without face masks. Now you understand why.
That hurt my head all the way up here. That hurt my head.
What a lick. How about Kenny King's head? Well, they've marked it. They're going to bring out the sticks.
Kenny's saying, forget the sticks, give it to the Rams.
Give me a paramedic.
Kenny looked like a pinball on that one.
Short, and the Rams get the football back at the 2-yard line. Let's take a look at it again. It was a vicious shot right in the chops. Sometimes the one that looks so bad isn't the one that really is harmful.
Well, that's just not watching where you're running, because if he's going to cut back, he could have cut back all the way on the tackle there and not gotten tagged.
Give me a break, O.J. You look at it in slow motion and tell him how to run it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I played a lot of years of ball. I can't recall getting tagged like that.
You wouldn't play very many getting tagged like that very often. First down, Rams. They trail 16-6. 1:36 remaining in the game. Through timeout. Flag is down. Dieter Brock gets the ball at Tony Hunter over the middle, but again, a flag is down, and if that was holding in the end zone, that's going to be 2 points. It's not. It's a procedure call. And it works against the Rams, however. This ABC Sports exclusive has been brought to you by Ford and your local Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Budweiser, Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. And by AT&T and long-distance services, information systems, telephones, and computers, AT&T is the right choice. And by the U.S. Army, a place to be all you can be. Naki Slater was moving for the Rams, as I'm sure head coach John Robinson did not like to lose this one tonight. You don't like to go into the playoffs on a losing note. John Robinson has been successful wherever he has been, and his first professional job was right here with the Raiders back in 1975 before moving to USC in '76. But John Robinson was a roommate with Tom Flores, an assistant coach with the Raiders at the time.
Well, you know, the defensive effort by the Raiders really was a sensational one tonight. These two cornerbacks, Lester Hayes and Mark Haynes, did a job on the outside receivers. Of course, they had a good pass rush from the front of the Raiders, but I haven't seen a wide receiver from the Rams catch the ball yet tonight.
Dieter Brock in the end zone. Throws it away. That delay a few moments ago was to reset several seconds on the clock. The intended receiver there was Tony Hunter. It'll be second down and 11. Take a look at the rushing leaders. There's number 1 sitting on the bench. He did it tonight. He needed 84. He got a bunch more. His best year by far. And he's being congratulated. He also tied Walter Payton's record of 9 consecutive 100-yard games. Became the all-time NFL leader from scrimmage, breaking Eric Dickerson's record of a year ago. Quite a night for Marcus Allen. On second down, this is Bobby Duckworth, and Duckworth steps out of bounds at the 10-yard line, short of the first down. It'll be third down and 3. Jeff Barnes chasing Duckworth out of bounds there.
Well, Joe, I don't know if I ever told you, one of the most disappointing times of my life was my rookie year. The last AFL All-Star game, you were voted to the game, and I thought I'd get a chance to play with you, and you didn't show up to the game. I guess you had knee problems. I want to say it's been a pleasure being on your team this year.
Thank you, buddy. You know, if I'd have had any good sense at the time, even with knee problems, I should have known all I had to do was give you the football. Heck, I could have played.
Well, I'd have told you.
Tony Hunter, and he'll have the first down. Out close to the 25-yard line. Stacey Turan takes Hunter out of bounds, and there is a good look at Marcus Allen. Quiet, unassuming, wonderful young man, he really is.
Well, he's got that ice pack. Looked like he busted his a little of his top lip. Marcus is not going to like that.
Now, why right now do the Rams have Dieter Brock in the game? Why do they have people in the game that they're looking to go into the playoffs with 1:17 left on the clock?
Well, maybe they're trying to get rid of him. Don't want to go in the playoffs with
Hey,
him.
what are they trying to prove with Hunter out here catching these sacrifice passes?
Somebody has to catch it out there, Joe.
Well, run the clock then. Let's get ready for the playoffs. Give this game up right now. I'm sorry, but I just say let's get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. What is Dickerson doing out there?
We're in the final minutes of the regular season for both the Rams and the Raiders, and there was contact made before the ball was snapped. The whistles blew. I'll tell you that our travel arrangements have been made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United flies more people to Hawaii than any other airline. Nobody knows Hawaii like United. And again, immediately following the game, we I'd like for you to stay with us. We're going to show you some of the great moments that we've enjoyed and many of you have enjoyed over the course of the season. 52 seconds remaining. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Wheeler Brock scrambles out of trouble and gets the ball to Dickerson. And Dickerson just shakes off a would-be tackler. James Davis came up there and had a great shot at really putting Dickerson away, and he just bounced off Dickerson.
And Eric, I don't think ever saw Davis, and if Davis would have came around the knees, he'd have been hurt.
Our telecast was presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the National Football League is prohibited.
You know, I guess the players feel that they're going to win together, they're going to hang in there and lose together, but sometimes it doesn't make good sense to me.
3rd down and 3. Brock gets it out to Ellard. Ellard will have a 1st down up at the 49-yard line with 38 seconds remaining. We'll remind you also, February the 2nd from Honolulu, we'll be bringing you the Pro Bowl. And, of course, from the Rams, Marcus Allen will be there. Jackie Slater, Dennis Harrah, who, by the way, announced his engagement yesterday to Teresa Conley. Had lunch with him over at his place of legends, and he was out buying a ring. 1st down and 10. Barry Redden. Redden picks out the 1st down marker and steps across it for another Ram 1st down.
James Davis is going to be looking for a job. He continues to do this. That's 2 times he had a speed on the guy with the ball and came up empty-handed.
Dennis Harrah's new bride, by the way, was his bartender. How about that?
Wow.
He said she's going into ownership.
He's telling that right.
Quite a lady, Teresa Conley. 1st and 10 Rams. Wheeler Brock puts one up for anyone. Out of the end zone.
Well, you got to keep it between the white lines on the playing surface, you know, not off the field. Surface, the same as surface, yes.
Peter Brock really over the past few weeks has kind of come of age. He has answered all the critics very quietly. He said, now you're going to have 300-yard games when you only throw the ball 20 times a game, and that's what the Rams did much of the season. They started to open it up the past couple of weeks. Tonight he's 13 of 24 for 147, but started to open it up, and he has been the hottest quarterback in the league. For the past 4 weeks, his rating is 115.5. So we'll see how it works for the Rams in the playoffs. Brock fires a shot that Lester Hayes had right in the hands, and he is upset. Lester Hayes, 4 interceptions on the season. He had that big year back in 1980 when he had 13, and since then he has never had a season in which he's caught intercepted more than 4. That would have broken that little string.
Well, you know, right after that season, they outlawed Stickum, and Lester was quite a visual sight during those days with Stickum on his pants and Stickum on his arms and Stickum on his jersey. And psychologically, he just has not held on to the ball. He's had his opportunities since then.
If that's been the problem, he's got a major problem. Brock throws it behind Redden, incomplete. Davis back there covering. The Rams are down to 4th down. That 40 on the shoulder pads indicates the numbers of years of the franchise.
All right, Dieter, you'll be back in those playoffs, buddy. I know you have a good game then. You know, the Rams, or the Raiders, excuse me, could make a quarterback and an offensive team look bad, and that's what they've done tonight. I look for the Rams to come back in that first playoff game and play a much better brand of football.
Raiders, of course, will meet the wild card winner of New England and the Jets. The Rams will go on. They'll meet Dallas in the playoffs. Week after next, that's Tony Hunter. 5 seconds remaining. One of the players echoing the sentiments of many, get it over with, he said.
Yeah, I don't understand why the Rams would call a timeout. They're going to the playoffs. They have 2 weeks to get ready. There's no chance they're going to win this one.
That's Jack Youngblood, Earlier, if you weren't with us, they retired his jersey at halftime after 14 great years. Big number 85 coming in from the left side. The Rams went to a 3-4 a couple of years ago, and they thought Jack Youngblood, he wasn't very big. They thought he wasn't going to be able to play that defensive left end in the 3-4. Well, he had a great year his first year, and then with a back problem a year ago, he decided to call it quits. We've had a great year. We hope you've enjoyed being with us. We've had a lot of fun traveling around the country. We had a lot of fun just trying to get to Los Angeles from Seattle, where, again, I'll say this for a lot of my friends in Seattle, they're great football fans, but boy, I'll tell you, they have been going through some kind of personal hell up there with that fog. They really have.
And now you call it fun trying to get here from Seattle or trying to get into Seattle. It was sure far from fun last week when we were trying to get there and back.
5 seconds on the clock. One would speculate that Peter will try to get one into the end zone, maybe something crossing over the middle. The Rams deployed 4 wide receivers. That'll be well out of the end zone. And that's the final play of the game. Raiders defeat the Rams 16-6.
Los Angeles Raiders 16. Los Angeles Rams 6. Remind you once again.
Final words being expressed. That's a good shot, isn't it, Marcus Allen? They have tried to create so much division between those two, Marcus Allen and Eric Dickerson. It just has not worked. Once again, the Raiders over the Rams 16-6. And it has been quite a year for all of us here on Monday Night Football. We started out in August with the Hall of Fame game, and tonight represents our 24th and final game of the year. Of course, you hear and see the three of us, but believe me, behind the scenes, we have some of the most talented people in this business who make it all happen for you. Let's meet them now as we look at some of 1985's more memorable moments.